What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Draft Hub. In today's video, we will be continuing our 2026 NFL Draft prospect profiles. Today's profile is about Texas A&M Aggies star wide receiver, Kevin KC Concepcion. So if you are new to this series, I'll explain to you how it works. I dive into the prospect's strengths, areas for improvement, scheme fit, 3 to 5 team fits, pro comparison, and overall draft projection. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a like and subscribe to the channel. Now, let's take a closer look at KC Concepcion. KC Concepcion is a junior wide receiver in his first season with the Texas A&M Aggies. He transferred to College Station after 2 seasons as a member of the NC State Wolfpack. Concepcion exploded onto the scene as a freshman with 71 catches for 839 yards and 10 touchdowns. After a down 2024 season, KC transferred to Texas A&M, where with the Aggies, he has produced 40 catches for 629 yards and 8 touchdowns in only 9 games so far. Getting into Concepcion's strengths, he is a crafty route artist who creates separation with head fakes and deceptive pacing. There's a certain natural rhythm to his game when working the middle of the field, as Concepcion changes speeds and knows exactly when to accelerate out of his breaks. In terms of his route running ability, Concepcion shows the savviness and silkiness of a 10-year NFL vet. In terms of positional alignment, Concepcion is as versatile as they come in this draft class. Concepcion thrives both from the slot and on the boundary, giving offensive coordinators multiple ways to deploy him against various different coverages. One aspect I have noticed in 2025 is Concepcion has developed his game as a boundary receiver. His first 2 seasons at NC State, he played about 84% of his snaps in the slot, whereas at A&M, he actually has played more snaps out wide on the boundary, where he's able to get creative with his dynamic release package. Concepcion's football IQ is on full display against zone coverage, by finding soft spots in the zone coverage, consistently sitting down in windows, and presenting a reliable, wide-open target. Concepcion displays strong hands by plucking the ball away from his frame with confidence, particularly impressive on contested grabs, where his body control and ability to adjust mid-air are on full display. Once in space, Concepcion is an absolute nightmare after the catch, showcasing his elusiveness and surprising power to break tackles or drag defenders for multiple yards after the catch. Concepcion is also a player that shows some true edge and toughness to his game. It appears on screen that he plays bigger than his frame would initially indicate. KC Concepcion is a fantastic and intriguing NFL prospect, but that doesn't mean that he doesn't come without some areas of concern when projecting him to the NFL level. Given his smaller, more slender frame at just 5'11", 187 pounds, there are certain limitations that come with Concepcion's game that certainly arise. First, for me, is his lack of impact blocking ability. Blocking to me is a significant part of a wide receiver's game that often doesn't get discussed enough. And while Concepcion is a willing and eager blocker, he isn't nearly as effective as I would like. Continuing with his frame, Concepcion can often get out-muscled at the catch point by bigger, longer corners. He doesn't win in contested catch situations often, although he has had a much better season in these situations with a 55.6% win rate in 2025 at the time of recording. Concepcion's lack of functional play strength also worries me just a bit against physical man-press corners at the NFL level, as Concepcion creates a lot of natural separation with his epic release package and deception against off-man coverage. Bigger corners will be able to get a hold of him and jam him at the line, throwing him off his initial route. Finally, Concepcion's hands have been a major concern throughout his collegiate career, with a 9.3% drop rate and an 11.1% drop rate during the 2025 season thus far. When projecting KC Concepcion to the NFL level, it's important that we discuss what scheme would maximize his strengths at the next level. Concepcion is a player that comes with such dynamic abilities, I want to get him in space with the ball in his hands. I think quick hitter concepts, like in a West Coast offense, or in an offense that stretches the field horizontally, like the spread offense. Anytime I can get KC the ball quickly, in stride, would be ideal. Let him play to his strengths and work after the catch. The 5 teams that I think KC Concepcion would be a perfect fit for at the NFL level, in no particular order, are the Buffalo Bills, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Carolina Panthers, the Arizona Cardinals, and the Dallas Cowboys. Pro comparisons are subjective, obviously. And when I mention a pro comparison, I'm not saying that the prospect will become this player at the NFL level. It's just an intangibles and stylistic comparison. My pro comparison for KC Concepcion is Garrett Wilson. Both Wilson and Concepcion are players that, no matter what, I want to get the football in their hands. They are players that can make things happen after the catch and are a threat to score on any touch. Both players have fast feet and are smooth, believable route runners that could create natural separation with their explosiveness and overall quickness. Overall, I think KC Concepcion is a dynamic wide receiver prospect and possesses an overall skill set that is vastly different from some of the other top receivers in this draft class. Concepcion can be a perfect complementary receiver in an offense that already boasts a true number 1 option, or he can be the focal point of an offense as a player that can be deployed all over the offense. When it's all said and done, I think KC Concepcion will be a top 40 pick in the 2026 NFL Draft.